Hey guys, Dave here with our daily update, our Zeong work in progress build. So what I have here is I did some work last night on the chest, and so I'm going to show you what all I did. And I love doing stuff like this because I love working with magnets. Almost 90% of this is all going to be magnet work, with a few pins only on main stress points. So I thought I'd show you guys how I did and what I did. I had a few people on Facebook ask me exactly, what my process was. So I'm going to kind of walk you through that right now. So here is the main block of the body. Now originally this was for this battery unit to go into, but we're not going to be using it for that. My main goal is the batteries are going to be in the tail booster, and then the wiring is going to be going through the centralized block out to the arms, the skirts, and the head. Anywhere else I'm going to be putting lights. The sucker is going to have somewhere around 30 LEDs in it. So it's going to be bright. Generally what I end up doing is, like on this one here, which this piece goes to, I just eyeballed it, because the well is deep enough, the part will go in there and you don't have to worry about that. Same way on this one, it just kind of centered in there. Now on these, because I needed them to be a little more precise, I needed to make sure those magnets were contact magnet to magnet for the shoulder pieces. So what we did there was I lined up the piece, I drilled a pilot hole through here, and this is for the shoulder joint. So once it's all done, I will fill this in, but even if I didn't, you're not going to end up seeing that. So what I did is I drilled a pilot hole all the way through there into the block. Then once I have that pilot hole all the way through, then I just worked my way up to the diameter magnet that I wanted, which happens to be this size. And these are great. They're from K&J Magnetics. They're the N52 strength. So these actually have around 15-20 pound pull per magnet when they're magnet to magnet. So you get a nice solid connection. I'm trying to pull. Now there's not really any weight that's going on the arms or anything, so I don't have to worry about it. And even at that, the weight's pulling down, not up. If we were doing up, might be a little worried, but down, there's no play in there. So I did the same thing through this section. There's just one magnet that's in here. So we've got a magnet here, and I've worked to try and keep all my polarity in this going one direction. Be forewarned, if you have a pacemaker, do not come near this kit. Now I do all this before you can see, I've snipped down the pore marks. One of the ways that I end up doing that, I have an old pair of Tamiya cutters that have been used for all kinds of things, and when they get a little off balance and stuff, I'll just take a sanding file, sand them back sharp again. But these are for my resin clipping. They don't get used for my plastic at all. So I just snip it down. When I'm there, I'll take files, work down that the rest of the way, smooth it out, and then do the sandpaper. I really recommend, if you're working on resin, get yourself a good set. I love this set of just the Tamiya basic files. They work great on resin, working that down, and then you can start doing your sanding and stuff. Let the tools work for you, not against you. So in here we have this that'll snap right in. It's still a little tight because there is just a little bit of pore mark that's on there. And then this one is going to snap in like so. So again, it's not going anywhere. For the vents, because these are going to get lit, I decided to place the magnets down here. What I did was I drilled a hole completely through. That way I can keep my polarity one even, and then across. Then these just snap in like so. This will make it a lot easier for one, placing in my LEDs, two, for painting them, and then they're not going to go anywhere. And again, I still need to do a little sanding, a little cleanup and stuff on these. That's the reason that I do all my magnet work before I've actually filed down, smoothed out, and trued up the body. That way, if I have things like this, it doesn't matter, it's going to get filled up. Now, if you're wondering why you're seeing X's on here, that's because they have, you know, a little metal detail molded in parts. And I'm actually going to drill those out and replace them with actual metal bits. I didn't show you this. These are also magnetized in. They go in the shoulders. Little thin magnets that are in there. This will make it a lot easier for painting and everything. They just snap in, and then there's photo etch grill that goes over the top. Now on the back, we're actually going to have two things that are going to cause weight issues. One is going to be that big booster unit, which comes up off of here. Two is going to be the tail unit, which is going to come up off of here. Now this connects to the lower part of the body. And I think, if I'm correct, that the tail booster part actually connects down here, so I don't have to worry about it hanging off of here. But the problem is, we have this, it goes on there, and you've got the lower part of the torso. Now this well is nice and deep, so it's going to get a magnet. I don't have to pin that. It'll go in down in there and snap in, and it's going to be nice and stable. The problem is this one here, because you have that big tail booster that's off of here, it's going to make it want to tilt back. So we are going to put a pin through here, and I'm actually going to put a very large rod, and it's going to be a hollow aluminum rod. The reason I'm going to do that is so that I can filter wires through it, instead of doing magnets on that. And I'll show you once I end up doing that. On here, this part's going to get, it just has the skirts that attach to that, and that part is going to get pinned and glued, because it's never going to end up moving. And I still have to figure out what I haven't really messed with this part much. I do know that I'm going to put lights in here. There's some detail parts that are in here that are kind of cool, and that's one of the reasons I didn't want to drill all the way through to have the support from the base. I may end up having to do that, but I think I can get away without it. This is just a display stand for a I think it was for a cervical model or lumbar model from an old thing that we had at work. So I actually snagged that. When I got this, the hole for the base that comes with the kit was completely filled up with resin. So and it's really wobbly, so I think I'm going to make a custom base and make something that it's nice and solid on there. But that's it for today. I will show you guys what I end up doing with the rest of it. What I'll end up doing is I'll end up just taking aluminum rod. This is 9/32, and what I'll do is I'll drill a hole in through here, and I won't quite go all the way through, though I don't know if I'll be able to help that. So it'll go in there. I'll drill the corresponding hole through here all the way up into the block, and that way I can run wiring through it. because once it's in there, then I can drill out holes for the wiring to go to the tail, because lighting is going to go in there. I hope you guys all enjoy. I'm gonna, when I do it in process, I think I'm actually going to vid that so you guys can see that, exactly how I'm doing that. I don't know if you guys are even interested in that, or you just want to see it as I'm getting sections done. But for right now, I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.